Hi, I'm Darrell,
And I'm Elia.
and we are Black Nerdy Scholars. How have you been this week?
Huh. I'm ready for winter break. I'm definitely
Yeah?
ready for winter break. Oh wait,
Yeah?
I guess Thanksgiving. I need that little wait. I'm not even getting Thanksgiving food, so we can just skip it. But yeah,
Oh,
how are
like,
you?
okay. I thought you were saying I'm not even getting Thanksgiving break. And I was like,
Oh no,
is that
no.
allowed?
Is that what the fuck is that
You're not going to
allowed?
cook yourself Thanksgiving meal?
No, I never.
Come on. You're a woman.
I don't.
You don't want to cook Thanksgiving? That is a
Fuck
bit. That's
no.
a joke.
Fuck no. It's
Woman
okay.
positive.
Darrell will get his. Darrell will get his ass beat by his
All right, that's fine.
his lady friend.
What if I like it? All right, don't put that on me.
That's for
When's the,
after
when's the last
hours.
time you had like a when's the last time you had a Thanksgiving like meal?
I think I went. It was like my second year, I think, of my PhD. No, third year. I went
Mm-hmm.
to because my grandma lives in Denver, so I went to
Mm-hmm.
Denver and met my family out there and hung out with
Mm-hmm.
my grandma. So yeah,
That's good. Yeah.
sometimes I do
I
Friendsgiving, but they don't. They don't. Them niggas don't be cooking for real.
I was also going to talk about Friendsgiving because like my grandmother is near me, and her and my aunt will like do a little bit of something, so I might see them.
Oh yeah,
Um,
cool.
but my sorry. My girlfriend hosted Friendsgiving last
Oh,
year, and it was great. It was like mac and cheese and
oh,
ham, and there were people there, and it was very well made, and everything was delicious. And we got our plates, and I put on ratatouille,
ha!
and the food bus and the movie bus, so it was dead silent in that bitch, just
It's a
watching this
classic.
little rat chef cook. And then we watched Lilo and Stitch when everyone's
Ooh,
done eating with the first
another
one.
classic.
By the end, we were all crying. Like, um, what does Stitch say?
Oh, Hana means family. Oh wait,
No,
no.
at the end, where it's like, this is my family. They're broken, and they're and something, but still good, or
Yes,
something like that. And it's like,
a
beautiful while
good
we were all full of meat
a
and carbs.
not meat. A good found family will really bring the waterworks out. I gotta say, a good found family dynamic.
I do kind of want to talk about found family now that you brought it up.
Let's do it.
I love found family. One of my favorite tropes, genres, setups. One of the things that I've been talking about, like these last couple of days on TikTok, is platonic love interests in video games.
Ooh,
Because Dispatch is popular right now. Dispatch is a Telltale style game made by Ad Hoc Studios in collaboration with Critical Role. That as of recording this, 6 out of 8 episodes are out. The last two come out this
oh, it's not
Wednesday.
fun.
Yes, it's almost done though. And it really, first of all, really good game. Very well written, very good, incredibly straight, but I don't think that is like inherently a bad thing. But like you
Straight
can
people
feel
be
it.
straight,
Straight people be straight. I didn't make them that way. They mama did. I don't know.
We all got that straight friend we love.
so,
Maybe.
some have too many straight friends, but whatever.
Oh yeah, they only have straight friends.
In the conversation of Dispatcher, people have been talking about romance options. Now, first of all, Dispatch is not a dating sim. Not a dating sim. Telltale game, not a dating sim. But a lot of people are reacting as if it is a dating sim because there is a central like romance arc between one of two characters, and it kind of pushes them both on you, but it pushes one a lot more than the other.
Oh,
But in that conversation, people were talking about like, hey, why do we need romance at all? Like, does it have to have romance? Why does there always have to be sex? Oh. And I think that's fair. I think that's a valid point, especially since, again, part of the conversation, a lot of media treats sex as the end goal of a relationship. Like it's you fill up your bar and then you finally get your nut and
Yeah.
romance complete. And that's whack. I think one that does a disservice to the nuances of different kinds of relationships. Two, it shortchanges heterosexual people because it reduces you down to the nut. There's so much more to heterosexual love. Or let me not say that. There can be so much more to heterosexual love. Not that everyone gets there. But it also doesn't like it there in that romance there's no space for ace romance or even arrow ace platonic kinship. You know what I mean? Fuck, what was I saying?
Arrow ace romance.
When you do romance, it's either you do it or you don't. But if you don't, that is not the same as being ace. That's just not having sex because of the way these games treat romance. And that's so undervaluing or I just misunderstanding asexuality. And so I was talking about how there needs to be more active platonic love where you're still doing the rhythm of romance where you're like getting closer and you have to like plan dates and stuff like that, but explicitly platonic non-sexual.
It's interesting because I feel like this is where this genre, because I feel like this distinguishing factor, of course, is it's not dating sim. But I think
Mm-hmm.
about, because I be playing Romance Club.
You be
So
playing those games.
Romance Club is essentially just a platform of writers who write different books, all center somehow in romance, but they'll have like whole there's like a lot of there's different worlds and whatnot. You got pirates, you got vampires, there's
The two
fantasy.
genders, pirates and vampires.
Yes. But it's interesting because now one of the new things I noticed is that, well, one, this was always kind of a thing. You need to have a good relationship with all the characters, regardless of if you end up wanting to like pick them quote unquote as your end game. But now
Uh-huh.
they have it to where you could advance, your character purely from like friendship. You can have like a friendship with the love interest. You can play the
Mm-hmm.
platonic scenes, or you can pick the romance scenes if you want to romance them. But regardless, you have to have like a good dynamic with them if you want a good ending. Of course, you might maybe want to get a bad ending, so you just have shit relationship with everyone. But I do
Mm-hmm.
think it's cool that now versus just like, oh, if I don't romance this character, we're gonna have a bad relationship, so like I have
Mm-hmm.
to romance them. But now it's actually like, oh, now there's like actually effort being put into the platonic side of the character dynamics, and you get like a
Totally.
different, some characters are even more fun as friends than like
Yeah.
as like dating characters. So I think that's cool about that.
I think to that point, even in like platonic relationships, platonic love, there is kind of a scale, which is why I wanted to jump onto this from Found Family, because I was trying to find the language of platonic love. And a found family, that is platonic love. But there is a different kind, like the soulmatey platonic love, where it's like, oh, these characters are meant to be together, but they don't kiss, don't kiss, don't kiss. And I think usually when that something like that happens, most people go, they should kiss.
Yeah.
Um, especially, well, I don't want to say especially. One of the things that I've noticed is like sometimes this kind of I've always referred to it as the secret third thing. They're not dating, but they're not just friends. They're this special third thing. It
Olivia and Stabler. Sorry.
who?
Elliot Stabler and Olivia Benson from SVU, Law and
Say
Order
more.
SVU. Oh wow. I feel like there's always this like super they're like the perfect partners, detectives. There's this weird tension always going on, but you know they would never work as romantic partners. But they're obviously more than friends, but they're also obviously not gonna ever be more
Mm-hmm.
than friends. So there's some weird secret third
Can
thing.
you said SVU? Can
Yeah,
I ask the
yeah.
demographics of this couple?
SVU? Oh, the
Uh-huh.
demographics?
Of the two characters who I'm not aware of. Because I don't watch SVU like that. SVU is Marisha Hargitay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was the demographic of SVU?
No, like those two characters. Who
Oh, oh,
who are they?
oh. I
Or I
thought
guess
you
who are
were
their
asking me
actors?
who was like watching them. I'm like, I don't fucking
No.
know.
I mean, what do these two characters look like?
So Elliot, he's like, he's like a muscular, middle-aged man. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
handsome. What, he's like a muscly cop.
He
But
can't hear you. You can gas him up
well,
all you want.
well, no, I'm just like, I guess handsome is subjective, but not he's great. He's very fit. And Olivia, she's a pretty woman cop lady. I did
I
not
have to
describe
see
them
these
well.
people. SVU. Oh, the two leads, Marisha Hargitay and Chris Maloney.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad you went first because that kind of not undercut, but definitely adds data points to what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the time the people not relegated, the people that are most profoundly this magic third thing are some degree of a swirl. Or like,
What?
or I want to say
The
typically the
bear.
woman. The bear is, I think, the most recent big example. Because if you haven't seen The Bear is about a shitty little restaurant in Chicago that has these troubles, and they eventually turn into like a fine dining restaurant. And the two of the three leads are Carmi, played by Pretty Eyes,
Jeremy
Jeremy
Allen
Allen
White.
White, and Sydney, played by Ayo Debris. And these two characters are in love with each other. And it's like so clear that they're in love with each other, but it's not romantic. They never kiss. In fact, there are interviews with the cast where people are reacting to like fan cams of Sid and Carmi, and they're like, "Oh, that's weird. We didn't act this like there was no hint of romance when we were acting or in the writers' room or by production." So, I mean, I guess people see what they want to see, but there was none of that. And then I'm like, did you watch your own show? There's that scene in season 2, in like the second to last episode of season 2. Spoilers. Where they're under the table. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen The Bear?
No. Fun fact: I watched one episode and then I was like, I'm gonna name my cat after the main character. So I hope this show ends up being good.
I knew your
Because if
cat
it's
was
bad,
named
I'm gonna be
Carmi.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Okay, I'm gonna have to put a pin in that. I'll scold you later, I guess. There's a scene in season 2 where the two actors are under the table, and it starts with this like low angle as they're it's like Carmi sees there's a loose screw under the table, and he gets down on the ground with his big fucking jacked arms that he somehow maintains as a chef in Chicago, and starts screwdrivering the table. And I just want to say, obviously it's not this, but like screwdriver, prominent phallic imagery.
It is very
Don't
overt.
judge me. I'm just saying.
That feels like
Sydney-
very much a romance trope.
It feels like a romance trope. Some tropes feel romantic even if they are in a non-romantic pairing. But just you fucking wait. Sydney walks in and he's like, "Hey, can you give me a hand?" And so they both get on the ground under the table. And he's like, "Can you hold that end up?" And so she's holding up the table for him as he screws it in. And then he starts like confessing feelings. And he's like, "I'm sorry how I've treated you. And here's what's going on with me, and I'm seeing this girl and I think I'm in love with her, and I want to do right by you as my partner, and they're like kind of making amends. And then he was like, "Oh, I think we should get that side too. Here, switch." And then he starts holding the table, and she starts screw driving. And again, they're under the table, low angle, as the camera slowly creeps up to them, and like it reveals more and more of the light coming in. And then she starts talking about her insecurities, about how he doesn't need her help and how he can do it without her. And she's like, "You could do this without me." And he's like, "I can't do it without you." She's like, "Yes, I can. Yes, you can." And he said, "I wouldn't want to." And then he goes, "You make me better at this." And then she goes, "You make me better at this." Come the fuck on. They're in love. This is the most romantic scene ever. It's more romantic than most of the other swill that is on TV these days. But it isn't like romantic. They do not kiss. There is no sexual attraction there. But they are in love with each other.
As someone who enjoys romance content, this sounds painful.
In the latter seasons, it is a lot clearer, like, oh, this isn't romantic at all. But that didn't stop a lot of fans from being like Sid Carmi shippers. And a lot of people reacted negatively towards that because they're like, well, why can't they just be friends? Totally. I totally agree. Except it feels like this sentiment is less commonly afforded to when the intergender leads are both white.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that is like everyone that wanted Sid and Carm to just stay friends is a racist. That is an absurd thing to say, and all of this discussion is significantly more nuanced than that.
Yeah. It's like, why can't they date?
Mm-hmm.
Just as much as why not make them friends? What would be the problem if they did date, especially if there's all these overtly romantic things happening between them? And I do think there's like a tendency, these people got their blind spots especially when it comes to like women of color leads. They don't. There's a lot of implicit biases. Oh, I saw you.
Oh, I was just gonna say
more.
That blind spot. The other half to the woman of color is homosexual, because there are two prominent, and I want to focus on these two because they are different genders. Two prominent pairings. One is confirmed to be sexual, and the other is not confirmed to be sexual.
I feel like I know which one it is, even though I haven't seen it.
One of them is from Legend of Korra.
Oh.
Korra and Asami. They kiss each other, but
gay.
not on screen.
They're gay.
They are gay. Confirmed by the creators, and I think in follow-up comics and stuff, but don't quote me on that. But Nickelodeon was like, ew! Girls kissing girls? Not in my Minecraft server. Feet only here. And so when Korra and Asami at the end, spoilers for this decade-old show, when they like dip into the spirit world, they like have this moment where they looked at each other. And I remember people being like, wait, that felt romantic at the end. Where did that come from? And I'm like, did you see the show? Did you watch the show? Especially this last season. They love each other.
It's like they can't conceive these women of colors being in love, even though it's so obvious. But then I feel like it's so common for, them shipping the white boys.
Well, to the point about the white boys, have you seen Arcane?
I know of Arcane. I haven't seen it.
Spoilers for Arcane. I'm not going to give you too much of it. There are two prominent. Well, one of them is technically. Well, both of them are white. One of them is Latino. But they are just aesthetically both very, like, alabaster skinned. Like, Jace is a little tanner, but I don't want to say he's white passing, but he's the kind of white passing that suburban, like, white moms think anyone is when they haven't spent a lot of time around them. Like,
Yes.
people of color can see it, but a lot of people that aren't of color, I guess, can't see it sometimes. But those two men have this deep, intimate. They suicide pact each other. Which disclaimer. Suicide pact is not romantic. Don't do that. Stay here. But their final moments are so, like, romantic, and, like, some of the lines that say, I don't remember them because it's been a little bit, but it's like, I always would have come back for you, and, like, it only could have been me to save you, like, these kinds of things. But they don't kiss. They just kind of embrace. And a lot of people are like, gay. I see gay. What is it that Riley says in Boondocks? If I sees gay, what is it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know the scene, but
don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. But one of the writers was like, they're not gay. What are you guys talking about? And again, I'm just like, did you watch the show? Did you watch the show? If one of those was a white woman, they would have kissed. Probably. It's
interesting that we live in a world, not to bring it to Shakespeare, but always to bring it to Shakespeare.
Bring it to Shakespeare.
There are people walking, just living their lives, never having thought about Hamlet and Horatio as gay at all, ever. That's never crossed their mind. It crosses my mind all the time when I read Hamlet.
That's your Roman Empire.
Yeah, that's it. All started with Shakespeare. They should have kissed.
That's what
then
made
we
you
wouldn't
a
be
Tumblr
here.
girly.
Yes, then we wouldn't be here talking about how these two arcane men should have kissed, because they would have kissed if Hamlet and Horatio would have kissed.
Yeah.
But all this to say that isn't that wild? It's like a lot of straight people are just living so.
To connect it back to the bow, I do think so. A lot of those examples are either the scale, I guess, that I just presented, that I just pitched, is either they are actually dating, but people are a little weird about it, a la Korra and Asami, or they're not dating at all, but it feels like they should be dating. There is one example of, like, the most pure platonic love special third thing that I have personally seen, and it is on the CBS crime procedural Elementary.
Oh.
Did you watch Elementary?
No.
Elementary.
Wait, is that the one? Never mind.
It's a modern retelling of Sherlock Holmes, where
Lucy Liu?
Where Watson is played by Lucy Liu.
Love her.
And there are 7 or 8 seasons, and across those 8 seasons, or very quickly, within the first 2 seasons, these two characters fall in love with each other.
Watson and
not
Sherlock?
Romantically at all. Not a whiff of romance, but the passion which more than once in the series they are described to each other by other people and themselves as the most important people in their lives, as the one they love the most. But there's not even a single, like, what if we did kiss? There's none of that. But it's not like, oh, you're my brother. It's not like sibling-y. And it's not just found family. It is like deeply interwoven, intimate love for each other. That is not there, where no sexuality is acknowledged at all. And I love that show. That's one of my favorite shows. And mostly because of that. And also because I think the way Johnny Lee Miller plays Sherlock in that show feels like the way my own autism manifests. But I digress.
So it sounds like there's like a distinction here. There's like you got Sid Carmi,
Mm-hmm.
where the vibe kind of is, should y'all just kiss already?
Maybe
Like,
I should
come
just
on.
fucking kiss already.
But then there's like the elementary dynamic where it's like, oh, this is beyond the
Mm-hmm.
the limitation of romantic love. This is something
Mm-hmm.
else entirely, but with like the passion of romantic love. But
Mm-hmm.
but it's far, and I think it also helps. I feel like the long standing dynamic between Sherlock and Watson just throughout media. It's kind of cool thinking about how like all the different ways you can approach that dynamic. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, usually it's just straight up platonic, very manly things, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure there's like the Sherlock Watson shippers. I know they gotta be very populous in
I'm
numbers.
positive a bunch of the Super Hulock Tumblr girlies really wanted
Oh yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman, I forgot his name last week, to kiss. And I don't see the appeal. I don't think those men are interesting or attractive at all. But
Yeah, I'm not. It
maybe
does
there's
seem
something I'm not
very.
saying.
No, I just think I don't want to call them fujoshis because I feel like there's something more.
Define that for the class.
Fujoshis are. I'm pretty sure this term is really for like manga and anime, but
Mm-hmm.
women who are heavily into MLM ships. So they love boy love. They love.
Yeah.
They all about the
Yaoi.
boy shipping. Yaoi. Oh, they love yaoi. So yeah, I feel like they're more for the, I don't know, love of the game. I don't know. I just do think that like straight white women love shipping
I
white
do
men.
think so. Speaking of boy love, have you here's a quick anime rec. Have you seen Kids on the Slope?
No,
Kids on the
never heard of
Slope.
it.
Kids on the Slope is a single season, very tight anime that is beautiful, and it is about these two boys falling in love playing jazz. Um, and it
Oh,
is
cute.
beautiful, and it is one of my favorite animes. And so I guess like that's the biggest boy love I've personally read it, except Naruto. Um, Naruto's boy love.
What?
Naruto's boy love.
It's
Oh,
like
that's a good
it's people.
example too.
People. People talk about. People always talk about how Naruto's gay,
He
but nothing
is like
prepares you before how gay it is. Nothing prepares you for
Naruto and
some.
Sasuke are that magic third thing. Those two boys love each other.
But
They
they was
just don't
kissing. I don't
kiss,
know.
except the first time when they do kiss.
They was kissing.
They kiss in like the first, like the second or third chapter.
It was the first episode. I was like, what? What do you mean they're low key gay? This
Yeah.
this is this is homosexual. This is homosexual activity going
Homosexual.
on in front of me.
Yeah.
So
Like
they're just they don't
again.
get to be a secret third.
Now that I'm thinking
They're
about it, it's
gay.
another boy pairing where they promise to kind of off themselves together. Oh, you didn't finish. Spoiler. At the end, where did you get in Naruto?
I don't know, but I know. I feel like I know too much about Naruto. It's
Do you
almost
want to know
like
less about it?
um we don't. I feel like we could even talk about it without like super spoiling. Like I
Oh,
mean, I
okay,
know who
okay.
they end up with. I know who they end up with.
Who cares? Doesn't matter. Boruto sucks. Sorry, don't. I'm not sorry. I don't like Boruto. It's whack. I think it should have ended with Naruto. But there's a point towards the end where Naruto and Sasuke reconnect again, but it was before the big war arc. And Sasuke's like on his last breath, but he's still like, I'm gonna kill you, Naruto. And Naruto's like, yeah, you will. And I'm gonna kill you. Only I can defeat you, and I will. I'll save you, Sasuke. I'll take all your burdens on for myself, and then we'll go out together if that's how it'll be. And I'm like, now kiss.
They're so. I feel like this is the most overt example of it, and it becomes even more overt via their relationships with the women, the girl characters. I think
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because even more so than, other homoerotic shonen, it's like, why are these girlies even here?
Mm-hmm.
You could have just had Naruto and Sasuke.
Of the
They just feel like an
pairings,
afterthought.
they do feel like an afterthought. Like, this type of story is supposed to have heterosexual romance at the end. But, like, they don't care about anyone but each other.
Yeah.
There's that point where, spoilers again, where Sakura confesses her love to Naruto, and Naruto's like, what? No, you don't. You don't love me. She's like, I love you,
What?
Naruto. What?
That was the thing? Oh.
And so the whole point of that is she's lying.
Oh.
But that's like the biggest. Like, it feels like there would be more of a love triangle.
But there's not. The
What
love
if there
triangle is
was?
Naruto. Oh, the love triangle is Naruto and Sasuke, and like.
Can you
Sakura's
do
just-
a love triangle and still have the Sasuke character leave and be evil? Like, obviously you can, but maybe not over 700 chapters the way Naruto is. You know what I mean? Because, like, I'm sure there exists an example where there's a good boy and a bad boy and then a girl. Oh, probably Hunger Games or something like that. Sorry. I know there are two boys in Hunger Games, and I know that there's a guy that kills innocent people or something. That's the extent of Hunger Games that I know, so you'll have to correct me.
Honestly, I feel like usually my problem with love triangles, not to go on a love triangle rant.
Go on the love triangle rant.
But there's usually an obvious ship that is like going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then it feels like the other person in the love triangle is just kind of
gets
there.
cut. Like,
yeah, they're just kind of there
like
to
Jacob?
be. Yeah, they're like a plot device for the main ship. And
they're
I'm like,
there
this
to
is
be
not
a hurdle
fun.
for the people that are gonna end up together anyway.
Which is the worst feeling, especially if you really like the character who's just
especially since they often end up non-white.
Yes!
Like, there's the disposable
Jacob!
black
Oh my
girlfriend
gosh.
trope in a lot of sitcoms where it's like, I'm gonna introduce this girl specifically to get in
Justice
the way
for
of the
Amber.
white couple that I want to kiss.
Yes.
I haven't seen Invincible. I've seen most of season 1, and I've seen all the memes, and I know vaguely what happens throughout season 1 and kind of 2, but I don't really know
end up
anything
with
more than
Adam
that.
Eve.
But can you refresh the disposable black girlfriend trope and use Invincible?
Yes. So Invincible is a show about this, this boy, he got powers and shit. He's invincible. But anyways, he has a girlfriend. She's just a regular gal. She's not originally black in the comic, I don't think. So, she's like becomes
They
black
made
in the
her
show.
black to dispose
I'm
of
pretty
her?
sure. I'm like, I should probably clarify
You're
that.
like, which of these characters can we race swap?
Yes.
And how do we
What
make
happened?
it do the least amount of damage?
It's
The girl who
interesting.
doesn't matter.
Like, of course you race swap the freaking... Which, you know what all that does? The amount of hatred that was coming from the Invincible fandom, as if, Amber, like, woke up and made herself black and made herself be a plot device for the main ship, which is Adam Eve. She's another superhero.
She's the redhead, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually like Eve. She's really cool.
Doesn't she have, like, her own special episode or something?
I believe so.
Okay.
Like, she's a great character. Like, I actually do like Invincible. And
I haven't
Eve.
seen it.
And
I'd love to watch it with you. We should put that on a list somewhere.
We should. It's. I love when violence is like so purposeful.
And I love
so
J.K. Simmons.
Well done. Oh, I love J.K. Simmons. Sorry.
Wait, but I don't want to lose the thread too much. Finish your rant about love triangles.
Yeah, so I don't think there's anything wrong with characters having love interests that they don't end up with. That's just kind of life. Like, you date people and you don't end up with them. But
Have you seen In the Mood for Love?
No, but I know of it.
Ooh,
Is that a good one? I love when it hurts too. When they don't end up together, but you can't even get mad.
Movie. Incredible movie. And they spoilers for this 30-year-old movie. They don't end up together. And they just both go on with their lives. And it is heartbreaking. Do you know what you've heard? Do you know what In the Mood for Love is about?
Oh yeah, yeah. It just came in my brain.
With what's his name?
Also, the cinematography is just gorgeous.
Oh, there's that shot where they're walking down the hallway with the red curtains.
Ooh,
Totally
that
young.
made me think of.
Yeah.
That made me think of that one movie that came out like 2 years ago with like Greta Lee. That also, I was trying not to.
2 years ago with Greta Lee.
Past Lives.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that?
I didn't see that, but I've heard a lot about it because that one is about like there's like the special third.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it is.
I only know about that because the woman that did it, whose name is something, whose name is Celine Song. Celine Song. There we go.
Yes.
Is married to the screenwriter for Challengers, whose name is
like the Luca guy. Oh wait, no, I don't know. I don't think he's the screenwriter.
No, not the Luca guy. Justin Kuritsky's. I'm butchering that. Put the name up there.
Yeah.
Justin something. And Challengers is also about a three-way thing.
Oh, I love
and so
Challengers.
this couple individually wrote two different texts about a secret third, and I'm like, so obviously these two have a secret third somewhere.
I love it though. I love that they're secretly trying to tell us something. Yes, more subliminal messaging.
Did you know he's also the guy that does this potion seller YouTube video?
Oh.
Have you heard of? Do you know what potion seller is?
Potion seller?
So like 20 years ago, and I just for the record, putting a pin, I still want to hear more about love triangle stuff.
Yes.
Like 20 years ago, when
this is him? Sorry.
Yes, potion seller. Yeah, that is him. He wrote Challengers. Potion seller, give me your strongest potions. I will not. Isn't it? You are too weak to handle my potions. And it's that for like 9 minutes.
You just could tell he was gonna be something.
You could see the stardom in the way that his head got really big when he was like this and really small when he was like this. Yeah.
The fact that he knew to do that.
Yeah.
You knew he was gonna either change the world of acting, or he was going to change somebody's life in their local theater community. Somebody's life was going to
we know he changed somebody's life in their local community, local theater community, because they've got a secret third guy in the wings somewhere, waiting to be fucked, I guess.
Oh, good for him.
Anyway, love triangles.
Love triangles. Where was I?
I think, so speaking of Challengers, if there's a love triangle, the guys have to kiss, or the two, they have to kiss.
I have new standards,
because otherwise it's not a triangle. It's just
and Challengers.
A chevron, I guess. It's a greater than sign.
Maybe that's what was missing from Twilight.
They have to kiss. Jacob and Edward should have kissed.
They should have it should have been like pushing. That devolved, they're like shoving each other, and then they start kissing. They can all
just kiss each other. I feel like so how old is Jacob? Not Jacob. Edward.
He's like 100.
I feel like at a certain age, you can't be straight anymore. I think if you the moment you live longer than a regular human, sexuality has gone out the window. I think you just are whatever. Like
Have you seen Interview with the Vampire?
No, but it's on my list. I want to watch it with Riley Ritchie on it, right? Jacob Anderson, I mean.
Oh, I love him.
I love him too. I love his music too.
He's so great.
That's the one with the meme that's which one of you are gonna fuck me? Right? And he's like, oh, not me, you're not my type, or whatever it is.
I believe so.
Or I know the other meme from that show where he shoots and he goes, I'll let you reload. But that's the extent I know about Interview with the Vampire.
I enjoy Lestat's his
Is that Riley Ritchie?
Oh no, that's Sam Reed.
Okay.
He's I'm trying to think of else I've seen Sam Reed in him. It's like he has one of those faces where I've definitely seen you in something. It's
Sure.
probably a period piece.
Sure.
And you probably ate down. But seeing them actually be gay. Wait a minute. Are there any love triangles in Interview with the Vampire? Nah. It's just kind of there are they have moments where they're not together, of course, where they're seeing other people, whatever. I feel maybe that's a vampire thing. Like, oh, I feel like at some point, if I have like my little vampire soulmate, we gotta have a period where we're like in an off period and I'm dating like other vampires and you dating other vampires. Cause you gotta keep it entertaining. You have a few decades off.
Swing
few decades
around.
on.
We're already
Yeah.
immortal. But that's what I'm saying about the living too long. At a certain age, you just kind of have to be a freak. You default to freak shit.
You gotta keep it interesting. Unless you want to be like I don't know.
A square.
A gooner. Or a square.
You want to be could you imagine a gooner vampire?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I'm 1,000 years old, and no one will fuck me.
The cult would go crazy.
Oh, man.
The cult would go crazy.
On the topic of romance tropes, I want to say that my favorite romance trope is two characters that openly want each other, but cannot, but not because of some like physical reason. Like they have to be just friends. So kind of like In the Mood for Love, but like not at all related to that. Like my favorite like rom-com is Sleeping with Other People. Have you heard of that?
Yes, I have not seen
With Jason Sudeikis and Alison Brie.
Oh.
I
Cool.
love that movie. I love that movie. And it's about these two characters that have such traumatized relationships to sex that they're both kind of like not they're like either sex addicts or something adjacent to that want each other, but they don't want to have sex because they're like, this relationship that I'm forming with you is too good and important to me that I feel like once I add sex into the equation, it's gonna fuck it all up. And it's these two characters that fall deeply in love with each other, and they're just like, I can't bring sex into this no matter how much I want to. I love that movie. I adore that movie. Highly recommend. What is the one with Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman? Not Friends with Benefits. No Strings Attached. Friends with Benefits is just a ton of it. I also love No Strings Attached. I love No Strings Attached. It's like these two people really love each other, but one of them is like, I'm a doctor. I don't have time for a relationship, but I guess, I mean, it's Friends with Benefits. It's the same thing. Like, what if instead of being in a relationship, we just fuck a little? Those are my favorite. Those are my, like, those are the tropes that I like. Because I hate, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think you'd really like Past Lives. Not because that's the trope happening, but very much because we could have really been perfect for each other. In fact, they are pretty perfect for each other. You witness that, but it's also like
it's on the list somewhere for me.
Their lives juxtaposed with like what do you do when you have like you already have a life? You like a family, you have all this shit. And it's like deep down she's not gonna leave her husband. No spoilers, sorry. But
no, that's okay. I mean, that's okay.
Down,
I'm a professional.
Deep down,
we gotta watch the movie.
She's not gonna leave her husband. Deep down, maybe it's really possible she likes her old dude better, but they're not gonna end up together. Yeah, and that's so painfully tragic and bittersweet.
Yeah, I prefer when the romance has the two characters that want each other open about the fact that they want each other.
Oh yeah.
Like or like
she even talks about it with her husband. That's also, I have to say, a very painful.
Oh, speaking of, did you see Baby Girl?
No, but I want to.
I thought it was okay, but just to the point of like she's with her husband and there's this other guy. I went to see it with my girlfriend, and she saw it twice. And the first time she saw it, she was like, "Oh, I really hated the ending. I feel like it It defaulted on all the stuff that it was trying to get at. I'm just so dissatisfied. But she couldn't quite articulate it. And so she drug me to go. I don't want to say I had a good time. I wasn't drunk. I went to see it with her, and she was like, "Yeah, the ending was weird, right?" And I remember telling her, "No, I really liked the ending, but the ending of Baby Girl, was the ending of a movie that they didn't make, because Baby Girl is kind of two movies." Trying, like, fighting for dominance to be one movie, because it's a movie about power dynamics, because it's the CEO that's like boss bitch, gets everything, and then she finds this intern lowest on the rung, but he kind of talks mean to her, and he S&M's her, I guess, and like, ooh, she's giving up power, ooh, who's having power? But like, that movie sucks. Because, one, she's signing his checks.
Why is it always... It's always like, a powerful woman. She needs to give up her power.
Yes.
She needs to relinquish. Can we see that movie with a man? I might actually be entertained by that.
I said that too. I was like, what if it was the exact same, except powerful man that wants to fucking, like, I want Grey's Anatomy, but not Grey's Anatomy. 50 Shades of Grey, but Grey's the one getting beat the fuck up. Right? Grey's the dude?
Yeah, Grey.
Yes.
Christian
okay.
Grey.
And the other one's Dakota Johnson or whatever.
Yeah.
But Baby Girl, the other movie is not about power. It's about shame and how ashamed she is at getting off to these like S&M deviant sexuality or deviant sexcapades, I guess. And the ending to that movie is great. But the movie as a whole, because it gets bogged down with that second movie, kind of falls flat altogether. That's how I feel about it.
I had a mixed matched ending.
Yeah.
A movie that felt like it could have been two different movies, and then both movies would have been really
Both movies would have been better.
I mean, not would have been better.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any in mind?
Let me think.
Mixed match movie.
What have I watched recently?
So the first thing that came to mind, I don't agree with. The first thing that came to mind was like kind of Sinners, but I don't agree. I don't think because Sinners is kind of two movies. So like it's like we're down in the South, like that kind of thing, and then it's also like vampires, bleh. But I think Sinners is great, and it does both of those movies together very, very well. Incredible
when
movie.
It comes together.
Yeah, that's the gold standard for this thing. Yeah, no, I get that. If you don't mind, I had one more thing I wanted to say about romance stuff.
Oh yeah.
I hate misunderstanding trope. I just saw Shrek not too long ago.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay. What, you just saw it for the first time, or you just mean
no? I just happened to see it again for another time. One of many times. I love Shrek. Shrek's good. Shrek 2 better.
Shrek 2's the best.
Shrek 2's the best one. Cool. Good. Standing on it. Yeah. I get that some people are like, well, I actually think Shrek 1 was the best one. Okay. Have fun being wrong.
It's a great movie.
Shrek 1's really good.
It doesn't do what 2 does.
Exactly. 2 is
also, there's no Lord Farquaad
almost
in
perfect. Like, it's so good. Incredible movie.
Right.
And the first one, when Donkey, spoilers for this 25-year-old movie, when Donkey learns about Fiona turning into an ogre, and she's like, I'm ugly and fat. Who could possibly love someone that's ugly and fat? And Shrek overhears, and he's like, oh, she's talking about me. I'm the ugly and fat one. And then, like, the whole thing falls apart, and I'm like,
I don't like that trope.
And, like, I want to make this a teaching moment. If something like that happens to you in real life, fucking talk to them.
Just ask them.
Just ask them. The Baby Girl thing. So much of Baby Girl wouldn't have happened if she just went to her husband and was like, hey, can you whip me a little? Movie over. We did it.
Like,
But
Misunderstanding
the
trope just
ego,
sucks.
the vulnerability is just too much. So instead of tackling this problem, this insecurity, you make it everybody else's fucking problem. You
Right. It only works. Okay. It only works, I think, in like rom-coms. Maybe it could be kind of funny, or in like,
I
for
don't
example,
know.
I think it's kind of funny when it's with like Lloyd and Yor. Like I think it's
And your
yeah, in Spy Family.
oh, I thought you were saying you're the is the name of the movie, like
Oh no
YOUR.
no no
Lloyd and
no! My
your.
fault. My
Okay.
yeah. Oh, have you
Say
seen
the
Spy
thing again.
Family?
I've seen the first season and
Mm-hmm.
I so okay, really quick. I fell off Spy Family
Mm-hmm.
because I thought that first half of that first season was perfection. Pristine, elegant even. And I thought the back half of that was fine, okay, passable. And then I didn't like the second season, and then I didn't see the movie. And
Oh, I
so,
really like the movie.
yeah. Because I think
I think three is introducing some interesting dynamics.
season 3 is happening?
Yeah,
Oh, I had no idea. Do they kiss?
that's why. Oh no,
All right, call me
no,
back when
they
they
aren't.
kiss. The part of the reason why I'm out of it is like enough of this fucking edging. Kiss
Not this.
or move the fuck on. Like,
They're
can we have
adding
some romance, please?
distractions.
They're
Oh,
asking
you
what?
are. Wait, they're adding distractions. I'm with it though.
Like
Oh,
more
cause
distractions?
well, for example, I feel like there's something happening between Nightfall and Frankie, and I'm like,
Which
fuck,
one?
I love this
Frankie is the
trope.
helper with the afro,
He's
right?
the informant,
Yeah.
yeah. And Nightfall is
Something is
the
happening.
other agent,
That's so enticing. You
isn't
genuinely
it?
might have just convinced me to pick it back up. That sounds so
The
cute.
episode they have to work together. It's so good.
Oh,
I
that you sold me. I want back in. That sounds
Their dynamic is very
lovely.
much like you're so hot, but you're like this is what he said verbatim. Like you're so pretty, but your personality sucks. And she's like,
Period.
"Shut up, I'll kill you."
Oh
I'm
yes, kill
like,
me.
yes, isn't that such a great trope? Oh my
I love
gosh.
it when there's a romance and one of them wants to kill the other one. But not
Right?
when they want to kill each other. I don't like those as much. Like I don't
Oh
I
no
don't
no
really care
no
about Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
no. It's cool when it's like, oh, we have to work together, but like,
Yeah.
I don't really want to
I
work
don't
with you.
yeah.
Oh, and there's also there's a fake dating scene where they have to pretend like
I
they're
love a
dating
fake dating
to
scene.
get into the club, and then he pushes it too far, so she like damn near breaks this nigga arm. Like,
Can I tell a story about can I do a bit? Or not a bit.
do it.
Do small rant about fake dating scene that has a little
Yes.
bit of build up. Did you watch Victorious?
Yes.
Okay. There is the scene in like season 2 or 3 after Jade and Beck break up. For those who don't remember Victorious, it was a Nickelodeon show with Victoria Justice and Liz Gill. It's the Arianka show. Arianka got her like big one of the 18 big breaks she had on Victorious on Nickelodeon. Jade and Beck were like the people that made everyone bi. They're the reason why Gen Z is
'Cause they're
bisexual.
so hot.
Yes. And they break up because they are abusive to each other and shouldn't be together. But in that season, when they're broken up, even though they get together and like 5 episodes later, they kind of put Jade with a bunch of different matches of people just to kind of bait. And the reason that I have like I haven't seen Victorious in a long time, but I have very fresh knowledge because I've watched Quentin reviews like 40-hour
Yeah, I know exactly what video you're talking about.
series on iCarly and Victorious. And one of the things he said was like both of these shows had very prominent fan cultures because they both got popular right at the advent of like social media hitting like that 2.0, right? Like Twitter just happened. That second wave of social media. And both of these shows had at least one episode where they went, okay, fine, you fucking kids. We're gonna make the ones you want to see kiss. And then you guys cannot talk about it again. And then they kiss. And then everyone's like, do it fun. And they're like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make them kiss, and then we're going to break them up forever. That'll shut them up. And then we're going to poke fun at you kids for liking this. Because we're adults. And none of you should be sexually attracted to these kids. Except for us. Because there's that whole thing that went on the back behind the scenes. But one of the bits that he says in this, he's like, I think Victorious invented queer baiting. Because there's the scene where Tori and Jade are forced on a date so they can work on their chemistry for the play, in which Jade is the husband. And they unironically have the best chemistry on the show. And another thing that Quentin Review said that a lot, that I also just agree in my many years of reading books and watching movies and watching TV. In a sitcom, the couple that hates each other in the pilot gets married in the finale. That's not law, but like, that is a prominent trope.
It's supposed to happen. Just kidding. It's not.
But it kind of is supposed to happen. And so
it always
Tori and
happens with
Jade
straight couples.
should've-
It always happens with the straight couple.
It always happens with a straight couple, but God forbid, two girl kissers. And I will say, that's two girl kissing cock blocks by Nickelodeon really close to each other. Those are like 3 years apart or something like that. And it's like, you're gonna put ketchup on these teenage girls' toes, but you can't let these consenting adults kiss?
Right?
Okay.
You know,
You nasties.
I have an idea to close it off.
Uh-huh.
But I can think of a kiss that happened that I'm like, who the hell asked for this?
Uh-huh.
Nobody asked for this. Raven and Eddie. If that's a Raven.
Oh, yeah! Those two should
I hated that
There
so
was
bad.
no They was
Zero.
niggas. They was tight. Like, they was the homies to each other.
Like Eddie always, the actor Orlando Brown talks
Mm-hmm.
about like, yeah, like Raven, he knew she was a stud.
Yeah.
She was all that. Like
I watched
she's
the show.
openly queer. Yeah,
She
like,
couldn't hide it.
I just remember being deeply uncomfortable when that kiss happened because I'm like, why are they making it seem like you just have to explore in your boy girl friendship?
Yeah.
Like that there was no chemistry, they were just friends. It was very much giving like, oh, can guys and girls, can they be friends?
Yeah. And it's like, so much of that is why a lot of people think guys and girls can't be friends. As if, like, the reward for being next to someone of the opposite gender is their body.
Yeah.
I have plenty of women in my life that okay, here's fun story about us. That a conversation you and I have actually genuinely had. When I started dating again a couple years ago after getting out of my long-term relationship, and I was on Hinge, and I gotta say, I was not on Hinge for long because I don't know, I'm that nigga, and I had it set up like that.
Aren't you like 6'3"?
What can I say? What can I say? I am 6'3".
Anyways.
Hey, beat him off. What was I saying? I remember texting you because I was like, my good friend, my closest friend in the world, Elia, she's pretty. She's smart. She likes all the same things that I do. She likes anime and she can hang with the guys and like she's great. I feel absolutely no romantic thing towards her at all. That's the homie. And I texted you. I was like, hey, I'm going to ask a question and I need you to, like, read this not as a guy friend, like, having that, hey, like, confession that so many women are plagued by. Every woman has a story of a guy friend that's like,
oh, yeah.
I've been in love with you the whole time. Get up. But I was like, hey.
This is not anime.
And even if it was, they wouldn't want yo funky ass. Whatever. I asked, like, hey, was there ever any moment where you felt anything, like, other than platonic for me? And they were like, nope. You're my dog. And I was like, Yeah, we
Like,
tight. And it's so weird that like I have very intimate relationship with you. I share a lot of stuff. Like we know a lot about each other. There's nothing that there's never been any kind of inclination, vibe, interest, even. Um, I I I will say I optimistically believe nothing would change, but there is a world. When we met each other, we were both in relationships, and I have wondered would that have changed the thing. But my optimistically, I want to say no. We're tight. We're cool.
yeah. I felt like when I met you in the writing lab, because fun fact, we used to work in the college writing lab
Yeah.
at our college.
Yeah.
I just had the sensation that like I feel like this person and we're always destined to be cool as fuck. You know?
Ah. I've never
I
heard you
was
say that
like,
out loud.
yeah, I was like, I feel like that person's gonna be around in my life.
Ah! That's so cool and exciting.
And it's crazy because like I don't really talk to anyone else from college.
Me neither.
Honestly.
I don't talk. You are the only person that survived like every time I like moved to a different stage in my life, I either on purpose or by incident purge everyone else that knew me in that time.
I also think that's like an autistic, very
Is that what it
thing.
is? It's like
Because it's very much one is like out of sight,
out of sight
mind.
of mind.
Like, I have
yeah.
my internet friends who I talk to like all the time.
Uh-huh.
I've met one person I've met like one time, one person I haven't met at all. But it's almost like in my autistic brain, I'm like, if I can't see you. It's not like I visualize like, oh, who am I gonna cut off? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's just like I have no reason to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm just not. But also, I did have like, I had not a few falling outs.
I've had falling outs.
One main. Honestly, I feel like we're getting into like after hours territory.
Okay, well then let's go ahead and call it.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, before we finish our wrap up, I guess. We're gonna go ahead and start our Patreon. It's very early in the career of this, but might as well do it now. And so we are going to, we're starting a bonus podcast called Office Hours for our Patreon, and we're gonna insert.
Office Hours.
It's called Office Hours, and we're gonna insert a clip here.
I do got beef with British people, but not like specifically Black British people. You know.
I like Riley Ritchie. He's British.
Well, we all got, there's some good British people.
Idris Elba's
Are they
British.
all good?
John Boyega's British.
Stop.
Daniel Kaluuya's British.
You're just listening to hot ones.
You goddamn yeah.
What about, who else is British? Margaret Thatcher.
I sure hope that clip was funny. But like, stop by the Patreon if you want more. Where else can they find us then, Elia?
You can find us on TikTok, Blue Sky, YouTube, anywhere you watch podcasts at Black Nerdy Scholar.
Excellent.
Scholars.
There's
plural.
two.
There's two of us.
There's two. And we're both
case you
black,
didn't
so
know.
you guys should all stay black, stay nerdy, and read books. Please read books.
Please read, please.